So today I want to show you how to crochet this beautiful headband done in the Trinity Stitch. If you prefer a written pattern, I will leave a link down in the description for that. But now I want to show you how to crochet this. So let's begin. First, a little about the materials. For the yarn, I've used this very soft yarn from Hobby. It's called Amigo. And you can see the info right here. It's a lightweight 3. And you can see how it's supposed to be washed, and it recommends a 4 to 5 millimeter hook. I will write down in the description how much yarn I've used for this headband. Then I've used a 4 millimeter hook and some scissors and a tapestry needle. So for this pattern to work, we need to chain up an even number of chains. So I begin with a slip knot and then I chain up 100. So yarn over and pull through 100 times. I'm just doing a little sample, so just pretend that I have 100 chains right here. Now we begin working into the chains and we skip this first chain. We move on to the second chain and then we single crochet into this. So insert the hook into the second chain and single crochet. And then we begin the Trinity stitch. So we have the stitch we just worked in, and then we have the next 2 stitches. These we will be working in for the Trinity stitch. So first we insert the hook in this stitch we just did, and then we yarn over, pull through, and then stop. Then we picked up 1 loop. Then we go for this next chain. We insert the hook into this, then yarn over, pull through 1, and stop. And then the third one, next chain, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, and stop. Then we have 4 loops on the hook. We will now pull them together. So yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And that's it. Now we chain 1 and begin the next one. And we repeat the same thing. We have this stitch we just did and then the next 2 chains. We will pick up all 3 loops and then pull them together. So begin from this stitch you just worked, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, stop, insert the hook in the next chain, yarn over, pull through, stop, and pick up the next stitch. So insert, yarn over, pull through, and then you have 4 loops on the hook. Then pull them together. So yarn over, pull through all 4 loops. Then you chain 1 and begin the next one over 3 stitches. So work in the same stitch you just worked in and the next 2 chains. Continue all the way across. When we're almost done with the row, we only have 2 chains left, and that's perfect because we are working into the same stitch again. So insert the hook, pick up the loops, 2, 3, pull them together, and that's it. Now we don't have any more chains to go, but we have this one we just worked in. So in this final stitch we just worked, we will work 1 single crochet. And note that I don't chain 1 between the stitches. So I just did this Trinity stitch and then I don't chain 1. I just work 1 single crochet in this final stitch. And that's it. So now we can chain 1 and turn. And then we begin row 2. And we begin the row with skipping your turning chain. We just chained 1. This one you will skip, and then you will work 1 single crochet into this first stitch. So just insert the hook and work 1 regular single crochet in the first stitch. Whoops. And then we begin the Trinity stitch. So we begin in this first stitch, and note that I don't chain 1 before I begin. So in this first and in the last stitch, we will not be chaining between the stitches. So we do a regular single crochet and then we begin the Trinity stitch. So in this stitch we just did, we insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, and then we pick up the next 2 stitches. So insert the hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then in the next, insert the stitch, yarn over, pull through. We have 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all 4. And then we chain 1 in between. So chain 1 and begin the next Trinity stitch. Insert the hook in the stitch we just did. Yarn over and pull through. And then the next 2, do the same thing. Insert, yarn over, pull through. We have 4 loops on the hook. Then yarn over and pull through all 4. Then chain 1 and begin the next one. Repeat this all the way to the end, and then I will show you one more time how to turn. When we're almost done with the row, we have the 2 stitches left, and that's perfect because we are working into the same stitch again. So just chain 1 and then insert, pick up a loop, insert, pick up a loop, and insert in the final stitch and pick up a loop. Then yarn over, pull through all 4, and finish with a single crochet in this final stitch again. And remember, do not chain 1 in between. So just insert the hook and single crochet. And that's row 2. Then chain 1 and turn. And then repeat row 2 again and again and again. So skip your turning chain, move on to the second stitch, do a single crochet, and then do not chain 1 but begin the Trinity stitch right away. And then you just repeat row 2 until you like the width of your headband. When you're satisfied with the width, you stop and you cut the yarn, leaving some yarn for sewing it up. I did 20 rows in total, and this measures about 11 centimeters for me, and I like that width for my headbands. So now I pull this loop through and then thread my needle, and then I want to sew it up. So I take the headband and then I fold the sides into the middle, and then I want to do this X twist. So I take both ends and make them grab into each other like this, and make sure there's no gaps in here. Make sure it goes all the way into the middle like that, and then you sew it up. So you take your needle and you push it through all 4 layers all the way down like that, and then you continue sewing all the way across through all 4 layers. Just continue all the way back and all the way back again. And then when you're done, you weave in the end, leading this needle through some of the stitches, and then again back through the same stitches. That's it. Cut the yarn, and then you can turn the headband around, and then you have the most beautiful headband. And that's it. I hope you found this tutorial easy to follow. If you did, please press thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!